Tube. Alright, also exclamation mark TTL is there. So, hello, 1,000 Scar. So, welcome everyone. Oh, I should announce on Discord that we're live. So I hope you all enjoyed that Survivalist Ozone set last night. I thought that was a lot of fun. Great. So, welcome everyone. The chicken cosplay. I really hope someone gifts a whole bunch of subs so I can get out of this and put on a tuxedo. Can I cast in London like this? We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, crazy game on. I'm wondering, Arbus, I'm wondering if we have potential that Seychelles goes late like that often. And I'm just wondering because we made the map smaller, we made it harder to find spots to go for sneaks that are undetected. I must wear the tuxedo over the chicken costume? I don't think that would work. I think I just need to wear the chicken costume with a bow tie. Alright, so we will have some drafts. Where are these drafts? There. Here we are, the maps. Here we have Civs. Civs will be live. Firefox, it's better than Chrome these days. Alright, here we are. We have the drafts. As I still need to set up my overlay. Here go Blue. Hello, Jason Bourne 008. So we'll have Stranded for NeoZz and Reverse Acropolis for Blue. Alright, we're seeing some more maps. Then African River for Game 1. And Civs Chinese for NeoZz. Georgians, Malians, Bengalis, and Sicilians. Against Blue, who has Burgundians, Romans, Georgians, Malay. And one more. Our Koreans banned, Koreans are banned. And the Spanish. Ooh. Hopefully this map pool is a lot of fun. TTL Season 4, I have to say, I got way too exhausted and burned out with fire galleys and small ponds. I'm hoping this map pool is more fun. Best of 5, play all 3. So we're in the group stage. It will be a play all 3. All the sets are play all 3. And at the end of the group stage, we will have... the playoffs at the end of the group stage are best of 5, if I recall right. And correct me if I'm wrong, our race, but those will be best of 5. So, apologies, I still have the Red Bull ladder up, but I don't have an overlay for TTL, and I still need to make one. Nope, they're not. Best of 7. Oh, okay, best of 7, you changed it. Oh boy, that's even more intense. Alright. I'm disguised as an Eagle Warrior. Sure, this is an Eagle Warrior. Can we have duplicate civs here? Nope, we cannot have duplicate civs. And good morning, Vleda the Hun. For Platinum, round of 12 and quarterfinals are best of 5, semifinals, finals are best of 7. Alright, makes sense. And hello, Dawn Gopher. Yes, so we have a chicken who's been funneled into casting today. And we have a lobby between Blue and Petito. So Petito filling in for NeoZz, obviously. Must have had another engagement today, so Petito's going to step up That's what admins have to do. Sometimes if the players aren't around, the admins play for them. Imagine that. Imagine if that were in the rulebook. yeah, Licks has to reschedule, and our base is like, the show must go on. I will play for Licks. Koreans are banned. I've been waiting to hear that for a week. They are banned, yes. So no... Well, I would say no Fire Lancers, but NeoZz also picked the Chinese as his first civ. Let's see, they're in the lobby right now. I guess I should maybe keep the draft screen up for a moment until they launch. Avenge top 4, or we don't know yet. We don't know when the playoff is going to be. I think there was a lot of drama last minute. I mean, it's not over yet, Thousand Scar. It's not over yet. Who knows what drama we'll get for the playing game? Imagine we get a 75-minute Korean's Mirror that goes to the time limit. So speaking of Fire Lancers, though, we do have Chinese and Jurchens, which worries me. We did nerf the siege towers, and we did see a siege tower used to hop walls earlier. I am simply worried that we may not have nerfed it enough. And maybe we need to cut the base speed down slightly. But they are at least slower than longswords with squires when fully garrisoned. Who is the favorite? I think for all these Silver League matchups, the favorite is going to be whoever practices and prepares more. I don't think you can reasonably just look at the elo and pick favorites. I think it's going to be whoever practices and prepares. Why ban Wu? Because these are hybrid maps with African River and Stranded. Not Reverse Acropolis. If someone docks and fist traps Reverse Acropolis, I don't know what I'm going to do. But these are 2 water maps, so we're going to see hybrid map civs like Wu, Japanese, Persians, Dravidians. Those are the ones that are banned. I mean, look at every one of Blue's bans. Persians, Dravidians, Armenians, Huns, Italians, hybrid map civs. Probably all of the civs NeoZz ban could be played on a hybrid map too. So it's they're banning some of the better hybrid map civs. And yet they're still left with Georgians, Malians, Bengalis, and Romans and Malay. No, so yeah, no Circle Arena, unfortunately. Oh, 2 maps not in the draft. So we got Mudflood, Zimbabwe, Quarry Slopes, Valley, Tulo, Seychelles, Bypass, Costa Rica, Northern Crossings, and African River. Let's see. So there are 15. Oh, but then Stranded, Reverse, Acropolis are picked. If I stare at this long enough, I'll figure it out. But I need to stare at it for a while because we have so many maps. There is, Costa Rica is not there. That's not there. And then one more. These are new maps, yes. So, Costa Rica is... Oh, wait, no, it is there, it is there. Wait. That's there on the right. So all the clown maps, Zimbabwe, Tulo, Quarry, Bypass, Costa Rica, they're banned. Mudflow... Slopes isn't there. Or Slopes is there. Seychelles, Northern Crossings. High Tides, is that banned? High Tides. And is... Oh, and Monocle. High Tides and Monocle. There we are. The 2 maps that I wrote very small, little, tiny notes about. Hope I'm feeling good today. Well, if you see my chicken costume, you know I'm feeling great today. Okay, player is still in the lobby. Don't think they've launched. Or did they launch? Or no, they're not even... Oh, wait, they did launch. They did launch. There we are. We order them to start. Our base asked me a quiz, and I was looking at the quiz instead of the game. I blame our base. They launched, and we have a minute 22-second spec delay. So we have 2 players. We have Blue and NeoZz. NeoZz is... What the heck did NeoZz name himself? All right, chat. Hold on a second. NeoZz named himself OS line without any text, so Blue also is in the cyan. I'll make NeoZz red. Chicken costume, yes. So I want to see the chicken costume. This is a very, very weird chicken costume, but it has a little mini chicken. No, in the pocket. It's like a pocket square. It comes out. Didn't even realize that. Testing costumes for RBW. More for sub goals, but they're there to get me to RBW properly. So I can take a real vacation. Alright, here we'll be good to go. So only one set to cast today. I was hoping for two, but as fate would have it, the other set is rescheduled. Oh, and Hypno level 37, thank you for using your prime.
Mongols! We are doomed for certain!
Chat, I need you to type what the quotation was. I don't have my headphones on over the chicken costume, so I need you to type what the costume was. I mean, what the costume was, what the quotation was. Alright, so this is NeoZz. I don't know why his name isn't there. That's blue. NeoZz will be... it's spelled NeoZz. It's a Z. There. Alright, so, scout fight at the start. This is TTL 5 Silver. And this is African River. There are some zebra in the middle. Right away, we get some action. Blue losing some HP on his scout. So as someone said, this is just an Eagle Warrior disguise. Simply an Eagle Warrior disguise. So zebra fights right away. Our base and I took a long time getting everything on this map very meticulously balanced. And getting these zebras set up. One thing I didn't really do too much to was the relic, so maybe a slight relic advantage for NeoZz. But I think players are close enough to the outside that it's fair to fight over most of them. So whenever you look at a map, you're gonna tweak so many things, and then you'll see it in game, and there'll be like a couple of very little things that you're like, oh, maybe we could change that. But then you also, it kind of gets to the point, I think, from these maps where it's like, you know, we could change that, but maybe the extra randomness is good. I think we're in the realm of preferences rather than bugs, I hope. As I use that pick, well, we are definitely not showing that on stream. Yeah, we did spend an hour on this map in the meeting. Well, it's just to balance the TCs to be properly distributed between the coast and the land, so that there's a bit of coastline for demos. We did have a situation where one TC was fully on the land and another was basically halfway on the water, and that did lead to the possibility of a demo raft coming in and demoing all of your boar villagers. How many food resources from a chicken from a caster chicken? It is 75 now. Chickens have been buffed to 75. 75. They went from 65 to 75.
Bonjour.
Did they buff the herdable chickens too, or just the wild ones? Yeah, I agree with you. Why don't you say hi? More important balance-wise because of how close the players are, and little differences can matter quite a bit. So here we have a wood line from blue. Ozone last night, if you saw, made a very amazing lumber camp that got completely destroyed by a man-at-arms rush. He had very meticulously placed the lumber camp within trees, assigned villagers to all the different trees. It was beautiful, and then in came the men-at-arms. Still managed to win the game, but I was saddened for the loss of such a work of art. So we have a dock on the outside for NeoZz, and I do think docking will be the play on this map when you can get deep fish. Deep fish are great. More ostriches being pushed in. I also think that Mongols will probably be the #1 pick with the hunt, but maybe there's room for some type of Romans or aggressive man-at-arms civ. Maybe Romans are another top civ because of the shorefish. How many times do you regen a map before saying it's good for a tournament? Like this is bugged 1 over 20 times, is that good? Nope, that is a very, very high percentage of bugs. What I usually do is I have an auto clicker and I sit in the scenario editor with the auto clicker and I repeatedly click the generate map button, The number of maps I look at depend on the speed it takes to generate. So some maps I'll end up looking at more for another, but I'll usually leave it there for a few minutes and just, I'll usually record my screen and I'll record the map seed. So if I see a bug, then I'll have the seed for the bug. And what I also do, I tend to put some testing code in maps when I do that. So if there is a bug, I'll spawn a whole bunch of petards or some other object on the map so it becomes very obvious that there is a bug. And as scripts are generated from top to bottom, as long as I'm very careful with how I do my random number generation in the script, because that's done in different phases, but I sometimes generate the top down, and I'll put basically breakpoints in it and generate at different breakpoints to test different things. I am chicken. Oh, automod, allow that. Are relics generated as intended? They are generated as intended, yes. As I said, they're maybe a slight advantage for NeoZz, but they're so far away from the players, I'm fine with there being one over to the side. And this is more, I think, in the realm of generation preferences of, yeah, you can fight over them. One player has access to maybe one more relic, but better access to one relic is something that I think is within the fair bounds of randomness for map generation, and relics don't need to be exactly fair, especially for such an aggressive feudal map. But it always is something we keep an eye on. If we think it becomes problematic, we can tweak it. And I think in general, we try to start more random, and then if we see problems, we'll tweak them and make them a bit less random. But our preference is generally for more randomness. It is 75, yes. I studied math and computer science, and I've worked as a programmer for a while. And Blue trying to hit... Oh, great job by Blue. NeoZz wanted to wall up. Oh, but he just gets the wall. I was going to say he did a great job of using the scout to keep the wall open to get the militia in, but they won't push through the wall just yet. The scout, however, will take the hill bonus and kill a Vil. Let's see, I think Blue should give up on attacking the Vil. You don't want to lose more HP on the scout. Little things like that, extra greed. Lost a couple of hits on the scout, and now you're one hit away from death. So, no high tides. We saw some high tides yesterday. The tides are low today, though. And look at the fishing ships. Only one fishing ship for Blue, 4 extra fishing ships for NeoZz. So if he doesn't get that wall up, and the militia get in, then maybe he's in a tough spot if he has to abandon the wood line. But because he walled, he wasn't disrupted at all. And the fishing ships out here can fish successfully. Fire galley on the way. Oh, if only that were the demo. And well, he's not walled here, but he's spent enough time that Blue won't do the early damage he wanted, and there will be a tower and some archers on the way out. Some Vils can run to that side of the wood line or just do some walls. Let's see, what will the tower hit? Yeah, they just need to run inside the range of the tower, and they are a-okay. More militia on the way. Fire galley went for... Oh, fire galley's here. Remember, these militias will have an attack bonus against ships. But the goal for NeoZz would be to group up the militia and hit them all with a demo. Oh, let's go demo. Let's go. Oh, no, NeoZz, demo something. Okay, here we go. Ooh, they're running to the coastline. They split. And he's not going to do it. He's going to force the split and use the fire. He's using the demo as a demonstration ship there to distract the militia. And oh, look at this. We have a forward dock. We got a forward dock from NeoZz over here. Forward dock on the fish from Blue. So another militia in the north. And oh, here come more militia. But here's a demo. Here's a demo. Demo. Oh, they split up. NeoZz, use your demo. Save your fire. Does the fire kill both of them anyway? Probably kills both. Yeah, I've like, oh no, don't turn away. You were gonna kill it. Okay. Okay, all good. So forward dock here. We'll see if NeoZz trains anything at the front. Not much fish to disrupt. Only 3 and now a 4th fishing ship. Militia, we only have spearmen. The Flemish militia. No, Pakani, these are Burgundians, not Franks. They're no longer the same. So a few skirms over here for Blue. NeoZz with a good eco lead, especially as the Chinese over the Burgundians. And another militia going down to the fire ships. Blue needs to stop losing militia to the fires. Where's that gather point? But everything for NeoZz is very well defended so far. Another house coming up for Blue. As some villas run over to the shorefish. And indeed he did catch up on the eco unit count. That he did. And the fire goes down for NeoZz, so not too successful with the forward dock, but he did force out a couple of fires. 2 HP left. In an awkward spot though, the fire might not be able to hit it. That pops out for NeoZz. Yeah, only double bit axe, no extra eco for the Burgundians player. And that's more militia, more skirm. So skirm plus militia feels like an Empire Wars game. Killing some ostriches. And now we have a scout from NeoZz. Is that a starting scout? I guess he didn't lose HP on it. Oh, now he lost HP on it. That scout goes down, was looking for a stable. It's a map a while back called Broodward or something. People seem to like it. What happened with it? I've never heard of that map. I assume it's some type of StarCraft inspired thing. Yeah, so the militia want to break in through that palisade. They'll hit the Ville. Did I update my YouTube title? Did I have the right title on YouTube? I'll double check that. Okay, yeah, I do. Forgot if I had put Gabby's name there and forgot to change it, but I did change it. It's in the Sudden Death Cup. Oh boy. Our base is an expert at sudden death. So Castle Age clicked first for Blue, and that is a nice army of militia and Flemish militia and skirms that he has. We'll force up another tower from NeoZz. That tower will be on cracked terrain, so he has to be a bit careful there. You miss Korean's mirror? Who doesn't miss a good old Korean's mirror? And we'll have, ooh, a tiger. Tiger in the back. One Ville fighting, the rest of the Ville standing there watching their friend fight a tiger. Wants it to be Blve. That's what I was thinking at first, but I was told it's just a spelling of blue. Militia here, taking out a house. Goodbye, pop space. Ooh, NeoZz is going to be housed if that house goes down. And... oh, he's housed. He's housed. It's like he lost the Royal Albert Hall on Thames. Good Eagle Warrior. And you got any more of that Korean's mirror? We have to wait for the show match. To determine the final place. Should be, what, a mirror match with Koreans on Vulpine. I don't think it could end any other way. Mirror match, or mirror match free pick any civ on Vulpine. And I think that's got to be how it ends. We'll probably see Wei versus Koreans then. Vinch hasn't played Koreans. Maybe he goes Inca then. So another forward dock from NeoZz. Well, can he build it? He's going to fish. And he's still defending in the back. NeoZz is up to the Castle Age. And so far, so good in defending from Blue. He will dock in the middle, and I hope that means we get demos in the middle. So one thing you can do in the Castle Age war galleys with Bodkin, they outrange TCs and they actually do quite a bit of damage to buildings. So you can pressure your opponent's TC. And here, even if you were to take water on both sides, you can pressure both TCs from the water. So far, NeoZz is doing a lot of walling. Oh, I'm still looking for another demo. So yes, middle dock indeed. And the Ville's deciding we'll chop these trees here. Can't get a lumber camp there. You do a mule cart there. For Armenians or Georgians, that's the only way I think you reasonably take that wood. And oh, if only that were a demo. If only that were a demo. Oh, okay, demo on the way. Vills have to run onto the shallows now. They have to run onto the shallows. Demo, oh, only two. That could have been a much bigger demo. He's trying to do another one. Maybe it'll be too late, though. It's only skirms hitting the Vills, but they are going down on HP. Demo the TC sudden death style. Yeah, fix the blue versus blue. And crossbow on the way for NeoZz. We'll probably see elite skirm from blue. Scores flip back and forth. NeoZz up now by 10 eco units. Oh, demo against cav archers. Demo's on the way now in the middle from NeoZz. It feels like NeoZz has good water control now. And had a lumber camp on the back that he shifted, trying to be a bit more hidden. And Monk wants to get a conversion on the Vills. We have a defensive workshop from Blue, but Blue's on 2 TCs. So with those TCs, he can try to catch up in villagers now. And even could think about fishing a bit, but needs to make sure he is on the water properly. One thing that Blue could also do is Redemption and have a Monk try to convert docks. Remember, Redemption Monks are the best siege unit in the game. And we got War Galley. As the ship goes down. And crossbows here fighting Vills. Vills go down, but the Mangonel wants to get a shot. They'll escape, though. One poor crossbow dying to the TC. Here comes some cav archers, but I imagine the crossbows win that fight. No ballistics for either, so they'll both turn around. Crossbows hit the militia. And Mangonel hits the crossbows. Okay, crossbows going down from NeoZz. Blue pushes in with the cav archers. But there's a demo. There's a demo in that dock. Oh my gosh. How do you push when there's a demo in the dock? That Mangonel cannot go on the shallows. Defensive rocket cart. Looking for some hits on the cav archers. Bills come forward to repair. And the crossbows have to dance a bit, keep the cav archers away. Still no one with ballistics. Without ballistics, it's hard to have a commitment to a fight when units dodge and don't die as readily. And Lily, hello, yes, it is chicken day. I'm sad we only have one set to cast, but it is indeed chicken day. Oh, also, earlier, Jusu P6, thank you for the follow. I think I totally missed your follow. Thank you very much. Alright, crossbows go down. And ballistics. Ballistics for NeoZz. Okay, that's another shot there, but finally he has ballistics. I'd say with ballistics he could take better fights, but he needs to reamass his crossbows. He only has 3 at the moment. And so far that flag on the dock is keeping the Mangonels away and forcing Blue to go around the side. And with that extra TC, Blue has now caught up on Vills, and NeoZz will have another TC on the back. But looking at water control, they are fishing together. Oh, I forgot to change the ads. I'm sorry, I forgot to change the ads. I need to change the ads. I'm still in my unprepared mode from Red Bull. Gold shaft mining on the way for blue, and we'll have handcart also on the way for blue. As this house will go down, and the cav archers keep hoovering.
See.
Yeah, scout fights the Vil. The Vil will take some damage. Chicken day is always a good day. And so where do you go here if you're NeoZz? I feel like holding the water would be pretty valuable, but there's so much you have to do, and maybe he's a bit tight on gold. Feels that his main gold out here, where the gold he was mostly taking, is a bit exposed now to the cav archers, and once blue does that outpost, you'll see he can run over and harass the gold, and looks like he's getting that idea right now as the cav archers come over. And no ballistics, but this will be bad for NeoZz. NeoZz maybe could have moved to another gold at some point, TC'd there, and the cav archers think, oh, we are just passing. We will run past. And is deleting the walls there good? Does that save Vils, or does it lead to their deaths? No ballistic. Oh, no ballistics. The Vils cannot be hit without ballistics. NeoZz saves all of them. Okay, never mind. Absolutely the right decision. Absolutely the right decision. Did I see? Yes, I did see the Red Bull ladder, Lily. We are getting a 1v1 at some point. It's anticlimactic they didn't do it right at the end of the ladder. I guess they never imposed people to be around for it at the very end, even though you kind of have to for your elo. So TC denied, doubt TC. Blue everywhere with the cav archers, so great decision to run to the corner, and had great timing on it too. Still, the lack of ballistics hurting, as he cannot hit Vils without ballistics. They're doing something. Indeed something. That something is, oh my gosh, NeoZz garrison the TC, NeoZz. Something is not hitting Vils. Oh my gosh, without ballistics, they can't hit anything. Crossbows taking down cav archers, and we'll have the university finally for blue for ballistics, but the delaying of ballistics has paid off in economy with now 3 TCs. Oh, but we have a castle. We have a castle drop right at the front for NeoZz, and maybe potential for Truco News now. I mean, should also just do Fire Lancer, right? He's the Chinese. What do? They move faster. They move faster. Right, and we'll have Elite Skirm for blue. Hello, Phidias. How goes it? It's going well. We have some TTL, and we're going to see Reverse Acropolis at some point, so a new map for us. I liked the game I saw on Valley, too. I enjoyed that game. So, some cav archers being shot down by crossbows. And they will all go down. They will all go down. We'll have a dock up here as some crossbows run around, and some militia. Gotta fight the crossbows. Ooh. Down they go. The skirm comes forward to hit crossbows. Another skirm in the back. And that'll fend NeoZz off for now. Score is still really close, but blue has a good eco advantage. Maybe, though, this castle could lead to some pressure with Truco News. Maybe a follow-up workshop could be nice here. Problem is, look at all those resources blue is floating. He's got over 5,000 more res collected. He could sell some wood, buy his way up to Imp. And it could almost be Imp time. Or, well, he's also having a bit of a housing crisis now. He needs more space to add population. He has too many villas, needs more houses. Oh, he's going for his own forward castle. Rocket cart on the way from the workshop, but won't deny the castle in time. And with another TC at the top, I think blue will start pulling away in this game. He's even on the forward castle pressure then. He needs a safe TC to do Imperial Age in, though. This one may be a bit risky. But where is he putting it? He's putting it in the north. It's not protected by anything, but I guess NeoZz doesn't really have the army for assaulting TCs right now. That chicken. You think I'm one of those herdable chickens, Lily, and not one of those wild chickens? I don't know. I think I'd be a wild chicken. And can that castle hit the rocket cart? Yes, it can. It survives one volley, but then goes down. Whose gold are we taking? This is, I think, a middle gold, a neutral. I guess there are 2 golds per player. I forget how the golds work now. I just remember I balanced them more. So TC hits the Chuko New. Chicken or Elite Teutonic Knight? The Elite Teutonic Knight definitely has more limited vision. Definitely. It is kind of annoying, but at least I can still see. It's like wearing an oversized hood. I met T90 in person? Yes, many years ago. The triple crane scale mill armor on the way as the TC goes down. And okay, castle race. All right, romantic castles. The 2 castles are kissing each other. And the Chuko news will be here for NeoZz. He's sending more vills. Blue is trying to wall the vills out. And NeoZz decides to give up on the castle. And he will run away. Blue also, important that he defends the Imp TC, but he's almost up, 95%. And Blue, will this be the GG when Blue hits Imp? I don't think NeoZz can push it anymore to someone who's Imp. And now he's trying for another castle, but the trebs will be popping out. And yep, there is the GG. There's the GG. Lons, hello, hello. This game is chaos. This map will be great. This map will give us a lot of chaotic games. Laturs, and this is a wild chicken, definitely wild. You do need murder holes for romantic castles. Yes, yes, yes. If the castles are kissing each other, you need murder holes. So, better... very equal KD. And NeoZz had a good early eco advantage, but the earlier second TC for Blue really gave him the eco advantage in the long run. Oh, GG. Well, let me see if doing an ad between the games will stave off the pre-rolls. So, apologies for the ad, but I'm just going to attempt it. Oh, I can't play one because it's auto-managed. Or I played one too recently on the auto-manager. Okay, never mind. I need to turn the auto-manager off. I was doing that for Red Bull for the ladder because I didn't have time between games, but now I need to turn that off again. Alright, so what do we have here? Stranded will be the next map. Stranded. And then after Stranded, we will have Reverse Acropolis. Reverse Acropolis, new map. An idea from Young Panda that I turned into a map. And that should be pretty cool. Back to the Korean's Mirror screen. Yeah, I mean, people are asking for Korean's Mirror, so I figured I'd just give them a little bit of a taste of it in between. Do an egg between the games? No, Fish Bear. The last time we had an egg, it was a 4K resolution photo of an egg, and it crashed DE. Oh yeah, it's updated to see the admin decision, since it's a decision I very much disagree with. But not my tournament. They will do what they do. But I can at least learn from that and have better decisions for my own event. Do I have pictures? Yeah, I have actually some better photos. Look at my Instagram. I went to a Ren fair in the Teutonic Knight a while ago. Maybe when it warms up. I know there's a little bit of a farm that is nearby. I might go go there, run along a fence, and take some photos of a chicken funnel. Alright, looks like we launched, yeah, Insta-like conversions. Exactly. Explain the situation between Vince and Hart. They are tied, so they will play a tie-breaking game at some point. What is the genesis of the chicken costume? Chickens are funneled in game, so I thought it'd be fun to do a chicken costume. I ordered it on Amazon, and I think it's hilarious. You can all thank Phosphoro for the funnels. They are equal, they are equal. I did the winged T-West. It was right at the end of the stream, though, where I put the wings on. I had the wings because last year I did a Cupid costume for Valentine's Day. But yes, they will play a tiebreaker. All right, and we have a spec delay. We have another 50 seconds. It'll be Romans for blue and Georgians for NeoZz on Stranded. And I'll keep the same colors, putting NeoZz in red, and blue in the blue. I mean blue in the cyan, because I think the cyan is easier to see on the water maps. So many things to thank Red Phosphoro for King of the Desert, for chickens, and funnels. Would I give him admin win? I mean, I would say yes. I imagine there's probably some technical limitation where they specifically pull the elos from the ladder at a specific time. But I think that would be the preferred solution. I mean, it still wouldn't be great, because you'd have people, like, desperately queuing for a final game and not getting a match. So, I mean, nothing would be perfect. Oh my gosh, capture rate. I misspelled NeoZz's name, and I misspelled it in 2 places, and I only fixed one of them. Ah, there we go. Now we fixed it. Apologies, NeoZz, for the previous game. I fixed one of my typos and didn't realize I had a second. Who is that, and why isn't it Twest? It is me. It is me, Clyro. We get enough subs. We're wearing the chicken costume. So, we need Valley, though. We really need Valley. So we have a TC here from Blue. He will be playing as the Romans, and a TC on the gold from NeoZz. He'll be playing as the Georgians on this version of Stranded. I added a little beach fire and a few little beach towels using the rugs. Villagers having a beach party. Hera not playing this. Hera's in Platinum. This is Silver League. This is low elo expert players. They're only 2K6 or 2K3. I know I've heard mixed opinions on the Romans theme. Wait a minute, Arbase, do we have a bugged map? Do we have 5 relics? Okay, Arbase, I think we should restart this. We only have... Or what? I haven't seen this happen before. Okay. So, but we need to... need to fix the relics then on Stranded. Okay. Ugh. So, I'll add it to my list. Stranded. Bugged. Middle. Relics. I had not seen that. Petito is admin duty. Well, tell Petito to admin then. There's Petito. Only 4 relics on Stranded. Well, I will fix that right after the stream today. Yeah, one in the middle is missing. Alright. And this is why someone asked if something happens 1 out of any 20 1 out of every 20 games messing up, is that okay? Nope. Because we checked this map pretty thoroughly. And now there are missing relics. So. Alright, admining the admins. So I messaged Petito. We're 4 minutes into the game. This is why I absolutely hate the fact that we have the required 2-minute spectator delay for World's Edge. I'd much rather have a 0 spectator delay so admins can see stuff right at the start and call an admin rate. I mean, they are fair, right? I mean, I guess Romans and Georgians probably aren't the 2 most relic-hungry civs. It's not like the map is unfair. It's just didn't generate something it should have. Next time I do an event that's not World's Edge sponsored, the admins talked me out of this for Stronghold Frenzy, but I think the rule's going to be 0-second spectator delay unless all players agree to a 2-minute spectator delay, in which case then they have to use a stream delay. But I think in terms of adminning, it is much better to have the 0-second delay. So I don't know if Petito's right. He was in the lobby earlier. Oh, we have an elephant lore. At this point, the players might also just decide to keep playing. But it's not something the players would themselves scout and be able to call an admin for. So this is my fault, and this will be bug number 1 I fix. It also gives me an excuse then to update high tides. Maybe the relic on African rivers. Yeah, just keep going by now. I mean, it might also just be a situation where he messages both players and says, hey, one of the relics is missing. There's only 4 relics. We won't restart, but just be aware there's only 4.
Salve.
And 4 relics is also the type of thing, if players have been playing practice games, it's not immediately obvious that there's only 4 relics, because they might think someone else just took the relic, or they missed it. That's really on us to have to catch in our testing. Here's player 5. This is blue. This is blue. Or is it in a voice chat? Okay. I will trust that Arbase did follow up. He's in the chat chatting. Yeah, blue is a Chinese player.
Prontos.
And he's been around a few events. You probably would have seen him in some of the LY stuff that was over the summer. How much flexibility? If you're doing Nilly's handbook, he explicitly edited the handbook after a sudden disaster to remove admin flexibility. So it is literally whatever you discuss with Nilly, pretty much. Lou is playing 1v1 on TTL 5 Stranded. That is very specific. Oh, is he from Taiwan then? Okay, he's Taiwanese then. Oh, I do want to update the score. Thank you, thank you. That's why I need the reminders from the chat. Red Bull Ladder didn't have a score every game, so I'll need the score reminders. So barracks here for NeoZz. And no barracks for blue. So Stranded is a map where, with the fishing ship at the start, you have a really great food eco. And you can propel that to a good fish boom, but there's also room for aggression on the water then for sniping off the fish. You don't want to fish boom too hard, because there aren't too many fish here, but it is pretty good. What did they do? They gifted subs. Yeah, so Feudal Age on the way for blue. And also for NeoZz. NeoZz didn't do Loom, but you don't really need Loom on this map. I'll call we removed the Predators from it. Yeah, removing the Predators should have given us more room for relics. I'll have to do something for the relics. I'm not pleased that they were not spawning properly.
Salve.
So Stable and Blacksmith coming up for NeoZz. Yeah, the relics will be disciplined for their failure. The relics will be forced to wear the chicken costume.
Eus. Salve. Eus.
The elephant taken there from blue. And we'll have a blacksmith coming up here from blue in the middle. So Castle Age and Double Bit Axe here for NeoZz.
Hijos Rei Marjorie. Ketil Ars.
Impera. Salve. Impera.
And Castle Age on the way from blue.
Hijos Rei Marjorie. Mza Ars.
So Castle Age for NeoZz. So another dock up for NeoZz. So continuing to dock around the outside. Question is, does he go for aggression on the water, or is this just more and more docks? So both players going for a fast castle. I think there certainly is room for men-at-arms and tower rushing on this map, too. I think there are a lot of different ways to play it. We'll see here. We'll have Castle Age as the scout comes in. Castle Age again for NeoZz. And hitting a Vil here is blue. Oh, that's a ton of idle time for one scout, but it's because there's no loom? Oh, there's no loom. NeoZz canceled the loom he had queued and decided just to go up to the Castle Age without loom. Oh, NeoZz. Oh, there's a Vil. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's not worth it to kill a Vil like that, but oh, without loom, of course it is. And there we go. A couple of Water Buffalo also stolen. Oh my gosh, he's going straight for a demo. I think without the junk, we'll have more TCs. I also tried to make the hills more fair. So we probably will have more room. Maybe players would dare to do a forward TC on a hill. Over here are some scouts. So scouts from NeoZz. NeoZz the player who didn't do loom. Thinking maybe with all the scouts he'd see the aggression coming. But we also have, at least we do have loom for blue. Loom and a spear. Hello, Gothic brother. Good water map. Just need to fix the relics now. Loom is useless. Loom is useless. Yeah, but Stranded has been in a lot of maps too, and in a lot of tournaments too, because it was used in Warlords. It is in DE itself now, but a very strange version of it. With a very tiny islanded transport ship where you start. So demos forward for NeoZz. NeoZz look. Oh, demo! Yes, gets 3 fishing ships, almost gets a 4th. 1 HP left. Finally, we get into juicy demo shot. Is there a set after this? There was supposed to be 2 sets today, but 1 was rescheduled, so only this one. After this, I will then take time to fix the maps and fix the relics. So fire ship there going down. Spear comes forward to poke the light cab. More fires attacking the fishing ships on the water. No more Hulks. Hulks will make a comeback with the DLC, I believe. For now, we at least are spared the menace of the Hulk. Okay, some fires moving around forward for blue to attack NeoZz's fish, but NeoZz managing to defend. And I do wonder if we'll ever see fish traps on the map. As long as you can keep expanding with more docks, more deep fish, you don't need the fish traps. And feels that NeoZz now has a good advantage on water. Moving into the middle with some knights now is blue, though. And yes, exactly, TC on top of a hill in the middle on a wood line. Yes, on the flattened hill. All right, aside from the relics, I've been liking how the map's been played so far. All the maps in the pool are new to TTL? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Stranded, of course, was in Wandering Warriors, but that is not TTL. As much as it is a T90 Dave event. So pikemen poking down the light cab, and we'll have a workshop coming forward for blue. Pikemen poking down the light cab. And monk going for conversions on the knights. And monk goes for conversion on a knight. And we'll be taken down. And fortified church on the way up for NeoZz. Well, Pants make a comeback, not this season, probably in the future. I can't imagine T90 going too long without Pants. And we also have some old Hidden Cup maps. So complete water control from NeoZz. A couple of fires here and there for blue, but even a couple of fires here and there can be dangerous. Remember, you can't garrison the fishing ships here, So one fire sneaking into your fish can do a lot of damage. They destroy fishing ships rather quickly, and we might have that here from blue. And we'll have Bowsaw for NeoZz, but blue seems to be pushing. Great thing about the Georgians, though, fortified churches are great at stopping pushes, especially with how easily the Georgians can repair. Building repairs cost minus 25%. Fortified church already is cheap to repair. Ooh, monk sniped off. Oh, we have a pause. We have a pause. I always like the pants map. You have a sec. And NeoZz looks like he's silencing his phone. Good old movie theater patron. The ram should help the speed of the push, yes. Well, where are those vills going? They want to attack the ram, it looks like. Monk wants a conversion. No, they just want to repair. Repair from the front, but that's a dangerous spot to repair. Here comes a knight to try to deal with the ram. And light cav running around from the back. Lots of pikemen from blue, but not quite in time to defend against the mangonel push. Vills will do a house. And cav snipe off the mangonel. Hello, Gabby. Gabby, I wanted to cast your game. I'll cast it when it's rescheduled. Monk wants a conversion. And NeoZz pushing back. Now he has the water control. Down in res oh, actually he's up in res collected now. Up in res collected. So this feels like NeoZ's game now. He's got 2 TCs. Still has 14 fishing ships. I guess he's down in actual villagers though, and that can matter a bit as the fish run out. And this one fire ship in the middle of the water. I know. I hope Gabby can come on to CoCast someday, now that she's been streaming in English. Oh my gosh, all the monks going for a conversion on the workshop, but the mangonel pops out and gets a couple of hits on the monks before getting converted. I can't yet. Okay. Once you get more practice. Once you get more practice. So fervor on the way for NeoZz, and that'll speed the monks up a bit. And going for the good old clowny monk push down the middle. And feels like NeoZz is going to tie this up 1-1. I've seen a lot of 1-1 ties so far in the sets I've casted. And I guess that means players have really prepared the maps they're picking as their home maps. I know what Gabby's home map is for the season. Undoubtedly, it's going to be Coast Arena, Zimbabwe, Tulo, bypass. Great aggressive map. Well, Tulo can have some options for aggression with Vil fighting in the middle for the pond. Oh, you know what? I should do the thing on Tulo since it's regicide. I should make it a 50-50 chance of having a queen on the map. Oh yeah. Let me write that down for my notes as NeoZz is victorious. So there we go. So GG for NeoZz, who ties it up, and it feels like he had just a smoother build for controlling the water, and got a great fishing advantage from that. It's not like he was insanely ahead in eco though, only 500 res, but in combination with the Georgians and the fortified church, and how great those churches are at holding the push, he could hold until he had enough light cav knights to take the fight. And then after that point, with the fish advantage, he's pretty far ahead. But aside from the missing relics, I love how we saw the TC forward on the hill. And I think that's great for the map. So 38 to 26 KD in favor of NeoZz. Have a 500 res collected. See, it's only 500 res collected difference. It's not like it was a huge difference from the fish. And that fire ship did get some revenge on the water from blue. So I have the score updated. Let me tab out. And again, I still need to get an overlay properly for this. I'll work on that during the week. And let me bring up the drafts again. I can show the drafts in between the games. So that was a win for blue on African River, win for NeoZz on Stranded. That was a loss for the Chinese and a win for the Georgians. and a win for the Burgundians and a loss for the Romans. So we will have a new map, Reverse Acropolis, for game number 3. Thanks for not adding the junk to the map. Well, that's the decision we made back in Wandering Warriors Cup. We didn't like how the junk had played out on the map when we were looking at it, so we decided to go for the fishing ship instead. Go get that. I don't know why Windows is so bad at getting the 50-50 windows on the screen, but it is. Did Mem? Nope, that my subs made me wear this. This is all your guys' fault, Sneck fan. Alright. Oh, Tito's messaging me now. Yeah, I don't think the 4 relics mattered, but it's a little thing. Play all 3 is not enough? Oh, yeah, exactly. Gabby wants to play more games. She says, I'm gonna beat my opponents 3-0. I want to beat them 4-0. The 3-game victory isn't enough for Gabby. We changed to play all 21. No, Arbase, it should be play all 15. We should play all maps every set. Hello, Uncle Vinny. You're up early seeing chickens. Who won against ACCM on Red Bull? ACCM finished second on the ladder. So I guess the only one ahead of him was Hera. Looks good, thank you. So let's see, are we in the game? We are... Yes, in the game, Reverse Acropolis. And we have like 300 people between Twitch and YouTube watching me in the chicken costume. This is lovely. Play all 15 maps with Korean Mirror in all maps, since players seem to enjoy that. Over 200 viewers clucking in. I hope we get the same viewers if we hit the tuxedo goal. That will be more fun. Well, who was the biggest surprise for me in the final rankings? I was not surprised by the final rankings at all. My prediction was that it would be Hera, Leary, and Vinch in the top 4. And then ACCM, Hart, Viper, and Yo were kind of my next group after that. And aside from Yo, the admin penalty at the end, that's basically what we played out to get. Hart and Vinci, of course, have to play that qualifying game. But maybe the biggest surprise was just ACCM's win streak. Him finishing second was maybe a bit higher than I had him, but it was close enough. I don't think anything was particularly surprising. I think that when you play several hundred games, it's hard to be surprised. You expected him to do better? I wasn't particularly surprised by that. Right from the start, I felt that King of the Desert and the wide variety of strategies that it offered was great for Viper, but the more restricted Empire Wars and map pool of Red Bull, I think, was playing more into the hands of the Hera, Leary, and Hart group than it was Viper. Headman penalty was definitely the surprise. So here we have NeoZz playing as the Red Bengalis and Blue playing as the Cyan Spanish. So Bengalis Spanish on Reverse Acropolis. I have not seen Reverse Acropolis yet. And I don't know what we're going to get for this map. Also, NeoZz pushing in the Ibex rather than grabbing the sheep. ACCM said he was watching a lot of Rex. I 1000% believe that. ACCM certainly a player I expect to be prepared. I expect ACCM to be completely prepared for anything. Coffee. Not the civs you had in mind. So 2 Phosphoro civs. Do we see FC Conks versus FC Rothas? Well, we only have the single Ibex push from blue, not the double Ibex push. But yeah, you are absolutely right. These are 2 FC Phosphoro-esque civs, not 2 aggressive feudal civs. Thematically, Viper doing well in the desert was spot on. Is this just reverse Acropolis? Well, Drex, I hate to break it to you, but the map is named Reverse Acropolis. So if it looks like Reverse Acropolis, I think it is functioning as intended. that is a feature. It smells like Reverse Acropolis. I'm gonna do some overlay updates. I think I want to remove the TTL 5 part from all the names so it's easier to see the names on the overlay. And I'd like to include the original map author on the overlay somehow. I'm not exactly sure how to include that. Below the minimap, it would have to be above the name. Maybe it could be like map name on the left and like by Young Panda on the right. Not quite sure how to do that, but I would very much love to include that on the map. yeah, Drex, you are brilliantly spot on. You are 100% accurate in your analysis. It is indeed Reverse Acropolis. But this is the first game I've casted on Reverse Acropolis. This is a completely new map. T90 came to me, we had a voice call about the maps, and he said Young Panda had this idea for a map, and T90 really liked it, and I looked at the map and I was like, okay, we can try this. And I had no idea what's going to happen. I think, as Arbe said, I was maybe expecting aggressive feudal civs here. But we ended up getting less aggressive Phosphoro-esque FC civs. Map scripter should do the same. I should put a Young Panda over here. And we should get a big column of credits. It's like when you're watching a TV show and you see a big column of writers at the start and you know it was a script that went through many rewrites before they filmed it because they didn't have anything else to film and they needed to fill a quota. Back in the day when seasons were 20 plus episodes instead of 8 episodes. Now that's what we have, a column of authors in the corner. we go to Northern Crossings, you'll see Trazini, Zetnus, T-West, and an ever-expanding column of people who edit the map over the years. We can write on maps like that in Palisades. Yeah, so we'll have Feudal Age on the way for blue and for NeoZz. Best strat would be FC Monks for Bengalis. That's, you know, I mean, FC Monks could probably be countered by FC Inquisition Monks. I have seen that work out a few times on Arena. But we have a Drush here. Is this a Drush FC from blue? Well, it's Drush into Feudal at a normal time. Both civs going Feudal at a normal time. I was thinking maybe we'd see FC here with the civs, but looks like it's just a standard Feudal Age. Star Wars style list of rolling credits. Did I get a new haircut twice? No, actually, I need a haircut. I need a haircut. It's impossible to FC on this map, says Rusty Sean. Sounds like you were trying to issue a challenge to Phosphoro. Or it was Phosphoro. Oh, sneak. Oh, a sneak. Sneaky little Vil here. There we go. You have to be careful about sneaking because there can be rock terrain in the corner, so you can't go all the way to the corner. But okay, there we go. I was looking. I was like, oh, does NeoZz not have a barracks? What's he doing? No, he does have a barracks. He does have a barracks. And he's going to be walling up. Okay, so it's wall and sneak. Blue, as of yet unaware, he saw the scout and he walled up against that. Man-at-Arms on the way. Only one Vil, so I doubt we'll see a tower. And neither player going for the wood in the middle. There is going to be a consistent generation of wood in the middle. I did the same thing I did for the TTL 4 Acropolis we had in TTL 5 Bronze. And that's way too many TTL numbers I said in that sentence, but he's there in the middle. Looking, thank you, Hexacaddy. Never rigged Mediterranean to one of those TTLs. Only for the finals of cartographers. Would it be hard to rename them? You could do that yourself, Brachiopods, for the people. You could do a visual mod for that and rename them. So, Men-at-Arms attacking the lumber camp, but at the same time, Men-at-Arms going for the mill here, and archers will be popping out for NeoZz. Now, the question for NeoZz is, does he reveal the archers immediately, or does he wait for fletching and then reveal them? At this point, I don't think he can do fletching, but he might still want maybe 4 archers before coming forward. I think 4 archers is what you want if you don't have fletching for having a shot at killing vills. And what you want when you reveal the archers is to have the men-at-arms in position to snipe the vills running towards the TC. Because right now, if he reveals the archers, maybe with 3 archers, this is perfect for him. Because okay, 2 archers, there we go. He can hit these vills here, and if blue deletes to run, the men-at-arms can catch the vills. Oh, what actually would have been perfect for NeoZz is if he had walled this little wood line. And yeah, he wants to kill 2 vills here. Nice blocking with the scout and the men-at-arms, and he blocks 1 vill, gets a hit on the other vill, 2 vills down, and without fletching, that's about as well as he could have hoped for. It would have been better had he walled. Oh, actually, that would have been sick for NeoZz. Walling here and then walling here would have trapped the vills. Might have gotten 4 kills then. That would have been sick for him. So something to keep in mind as you're going for a sneak like this. On the other side, though, the men-at-arms causing some damage. We did have blue running for the corner for wood. And the vills taking the sheep here. I believe you can rename anything. So a map script, I could rename objects to use any other string that already exists in the game. I can rename it to any existing string. If you want to introduce new names, you need a separate mod for that. Coffee just about finished. Call every herdable sheep. I can rename all the ibexes to deer. And the casters will never be wrong. Chicken suit, yes, chicken suit. So Men-at-Arms going through the palisade. We'll have walls from NeoZz here. So I looked at these civs and thought, wait, they're not aggressive feudal civs. They might be phosphoring, but no, they are both going for feudal aggression. I love the sneak from NeoZz, and he got 2 kills from it. So far, so good. Also defending from the Men-at-Arms in terms of protecting his vills. Not a single vill lost for NeoZz. He is a bit behind on the eco upgrades, though. Just doing double bit axe now, and horse collar on the way. And res collected neck and neck so far, but NeoZz with a huge vill advantage from the Bengali bonus from less idle time, and from those 2 kills he got. So 3 little things all adding up together for the Bengalis, giving him a wonderful advantage. How do I like my coffee? Black coffee. I literally take the coffee, put it in the coffee maker, then pour it into the cup, nothing else. Just black coffee. It is as simple as possible. As I get the very last drops out of it. Teal should employ the infamous Spanish archer. Triggers for the week. And we have fletching on the way for NeoZz.
Sí.
Tomar Shebai.
Mande.
Hoy. Tomar Shebai. Hoy.
Mande.
Kunwaga.
And okay, archers and men-at-arms pushing in. Blue still taking some more damage. I feel that NeoZz has done a great job this game. He did that vill lead is crazy for him, and he's going to start benefiting from it now. Although, the fort is walled in. Some wonderful stone walls from blue walling in the range. That is brilliant. The archers will be trapped. They won't be trapped in the range. NeoZz can always delete a house, but they will be trapped in the back there. And the skirms will dare the men-at-arms to dive the archers and dangerously dispose of them.
Tomar Shebai. Hoy.
Despite the men-at-arms dealing damage.
Tomar Shebai. Hoy. Kunwaga.
And they will retreat to the TC now, to the safety of its arrow fire. And NeoZz's men-at-arms still alive, still doing damage. No more cyan dots in the middle of NeoZz's base. Has no defense at home. And thank you, Mr. Loyalty, for the follow.
তোমার সেবায় কোনো আজ্ঞা
The question is, can he ever go forward with these men-at-arms in the back? That's what the men-at-arms do. They stop you from going forward now. And he's sending the archer to clean the men-at-arms. I
হয়
mean, three men-at-arms have done so much damage. We got it when Baron rated you. Oh, well, thank you very
কোনো
much.
আজ্ঞা
I appreciate the
তোমার
follow.
সেবায়
We're
হয়
so close to 15k.
তোমার সেবায় কোনো আজ্ঞা তোমার সেবায় হয় তোমার সেবায়
And, oh, Silver Sneaker is 55. Thank you for the
কোনো
follow.
আজ্ঞা তোমার সেবায় কোনো আজ্ঞা
And Scout goes down. Scout goes down.
কোনো আজ্ঞা হয় তোমার সেবায় হয় তোমার সেবায় হয় কোনো আজ্ঞা
Presto.
The archers kill the men-at-arms. We'll have Horse Collar and Castle Age on the way for NeoZz.
Presto. Mande.
And still that sneaky lumber camp in the corner. So this would be... How do you feel about this, chat? The fact that there's a wood line here in the corner. I guess that there is an analogous wood line out here for blue, but it is definitely harder for him to sneak to a wood line than it was here. This would be something, I don't think there's a good way to prevent that in the map script. Wood lines have to avoid the top of the hill by a good amount, and usually that keeps them away from the edge of the map. But there's no, like, min distance from map edge that I can do for terrains. Especially not when I'm doing elevation like this. Hello, party chickens. It's fine, it's not like it's that safe. It's not like it's that safe. It's not like he can wall it in to the Acropolis. But he could, like, do a circle wall by the edge. I guess you could do the same thing for this one. Maybe the downside is there's no analogous wood here. Farbase says it's fine. Okay, Farbase says it's fine, it's fine. Maybe if the corners have something in it. That's the problem. I can't just put something in the corners because I need to make sure that the player bases spawn properly. And if I put something in the corner, then, like, this corner gets kind of messed up too if the base spawns in the corner. I could really go down the rabbit hole of carefully adjusting and limiting spawn locations for player bases, but then we hit the point where we're removing randomness from the map.
Monday?
And usually I think more randomness is good. I did guarantee wood lines in the middle. I could also try to guarantee wood lines on the sides, but I think that is maybe too big of a rabbit hole to go down. What is this cosplay? This is the chicken cosplay. The only thing in AoE 2 should be Korean mirrors on Vulpine. I'm sure. Chat. Give me a 1 or a 2 in the chat, or yes or a no. Do you miss the Korean mirrors? Do you want more Korean mirrors? Are you craving Korean mirrors? Let's find out. And blue has to be careful of the overchop. All ones will be banned. 1 and 2. Ooh, yes and no. It's like a 1.5. I love Korean mirrors. You prefer goth mirrors? The goth mirrors only if it is 4v4 with each team having a goth and it is triple sling. And we get triple sling the goths like the old Gold Rush map. So blue here for the Spanish, adding in the forward TC. And I'm super glad we didn't see a dock in the middle.
Presto.
So Skirm's coming forward for blue. Blue needs to counterattack now. Both players up to the castle age. And maybe we see Conquistador versus Ratha. I don't think this castle gets denied. I'm not actually sure who wins that. I think I would probably favor the Conquistadors, but the Rathas do have more HP. But NeoZz with a great eco advantage on 3 TCs now. Skirms can maybe disrupt some vills, but no ballistics. NeoZz also with eco upgrades. Blue evening out the upgrades now. No fish in the middle this season. No fish in the middle.
Hey.
We had enough fire galleys and small ponds last season.
See?
So trees forward here. for blue. And, ooh, will the conks get in? There is a hole in the wall. There is a hole. They're not running in, though. Ratha's chasing them. Conks with a hill bonus. Probably destroy the Rathas. I mean, what's the attack? 10 attack for the Ratha. 16 attack for the Conquistador. So before Ballistics, I think the Conquistadors probably still win this matchup. Oh, okay. Blue's not out of this game. He is the Spanish, and he is building a forward castle right on NeoZz's face. And, ooh, actually, this controls the center gold, and there's not much gold down at the bottom of the hills, and this TC doesn't really protect a gold, it's only on a wood line. NeoZz could, of course, wall here and maybe have done the TC on the gold and had a better TC spot. Conk's coming over, those vills are a bit exposed. NeoZz does have an outpost forward. He still has an outpost vill around the map. Where is blue again? Blue is from Taiwan. From Taiwan, according to the spec dashboard. You miss Korean mirrors like you miss mosquitoes. Alright, Conk's still hoovering around. To get Ratha from naked to fully upgraded, you'll need elite, you'll need pikes. You'll need husbandry and bloodlines. Bengalis no longer have thumb ring, but that would have counted. Then you need the blacksmith upgrades, you need the melee attack, the archer attack, and the archer armor. So that's 9 plus 4, 13. I guess you need... Are we counting devotion and faith for 15? Herbal medicine, so they heal faster, 16? I won't count herbal medicine. I will count devotion and faith. Well, that's 15 right there. 9 at the blacksmith, 2 at the monastery, then elite, pikes, bloodlines, husbandry. And we could count conscription too. There are some, like, okay, we could count them in different areas, but I won't count conscription or herbal medicine. Trick part is, yeah, both the melee and ranged attack upgrades. As the Conquistadors hoover around, and they'll hit a villager. And now 78 to 64 vills, but the conks are keeping the vill count somewhat even. And the monk now picking up the relics for blue. He's going to grab his second relic. And with this map control, could get at least an easy 4 relics. He didn't scout that one, but should be able to grab it if he scouts a bit more. And another castle drop from blue. Let's go, castle drop right on NeoZz's face again. NeoZz 2k more res collected, and he has to do gates to try to keep the conks away. He can't quick wall in time, and there goes the vill lead. There goes the vill lead. Okay, now it's only a 5 villager lead. Maybe dropping the vills don't fit in the TC. The vills don't fit. Okay, only up by 5 vills. Still 2k plus res collected. Are conks better than Rathas? Where are the Ratha counterattacks? Oh, we have full stone walls down here for blue, so the Rathas won't do counterattack damage, but this TC on the top is exposed. That TC is exposed. Castle to counter, yeah, Castle and conks counter the forward gate. The vills are trying to run. They're making a break for it. No ballistics, so maybe they can run. But, oh, this is ugly. They're going down. The Ratha's coming forward. Maybe the Rathas need to come from this direction to save them? Monk wants a conversion on the conk. Monk goes down. And vills come forward from the TC. TC going down. Redemption. Oh, Redemption queued and stopped. At this point, though, 17 military to 12. Vill count is even. And wait a minute. Now we have a revenge castle drop blocked by a farm, but we have we have romantic castles again. Faster building castles, though, for the Spanish. And NeoZz might regret those two castles kissing each other because the Spanish will build it faster, and NeoZz has to delete the castle. Conks coming over, and they will chase the fleeing vills. They'll chase the fleeing vills. Yeah, you can't outbuild the Spanish unless you're Sicilians or HD Koreans when they built the castles faster. Oh, Vill's going down, and we have a Vill lead for blue. Ratha's here trying to... Oh, they right-click a deer. Still trying to fight the conks. They still need ballistics. Ballistics is on the way. Once they get husbandry and ballistics, though, they will have 120 hit points only to 55. No bloodlines in for the conks yet. And Ooh, I worry with the upgrades now, maybe the Rathas start to win the fights. But we have a missionary to heal the conks. Let's go, missionary time. Yeah, Blue has turned this around with some castle drops and a nice defensive castle drop, taking advantage of all the Spanish bonuses. Sicilians is a meme civ. Sicilians is a fine example of attempting to copy AoE 3 and AOM bonuses, and then not knowing what to do with the civ. So padded archer armor on the way from NeoZz. Conk and Donk time. TC here from Blue going up on the wood line. And padded archer armor for NeoZz. We'll also have handcart and Inquisition on the way for Blue. Missionaries want conversions on the Rathas.
Sí.
The conks come over, and there will be a defensive tower on the way for NeoZz. As the Rathas go down, and the tower goes up for NeoZz. And now leather archer armor husbandry on the way for Blue. So mining camp on the way for both, and gold shaft mining for NeoZz. So NeoZz still up in Vils, 105 to 100, but Blue has turned the res collected score around. I wonder if conks do fall off though when we get to Imp, and then maybe, just maybe, the Rathas continue being effective. And looking at the res counts, NeoZz really isn't that far from Imp. I feel like we're a bit farther away for Blue, who's adding in chain barding armor. That applies to nothing he has. He's going conks and missionaries. And he already has the armor for the conks. Wait, which armor applies to the missionaries? I thought it's the cav archer armor, right? Maybe it is the cav armor. Oh, they have +1. I guess it is the cav armor. Okay, never mind. That applies to the missionaries. I was wrong. That is for the missionaries, who now benefit from the blacksmith armor upgrades for cav, and also from bloodlines and husbandry, and also from the monk upgrades of fervor and sanctity. So they actually have a lot of upgrades now. It is cav armor. Okay. Yeah. They recently buffed elite conks, but that was the weirdest change I've ever seen. Like, conks themselves get stronger because elite conks are stronger. Conks did not need to get any stronger. It's like giving the Spanish crossbow makes their archers stronger. So a few vills down, Blue has another vill lead, but Imp is on the way for NeoZz, who has fully stonewalled himself at the bottom, and will be up to Imp in his TC. And now another lumber camp on the way for Blue. Yeah, the missionaries are legit strong now. As I say that as 3 missionaries die, but they did get a conversion. You do need Inquisition for them, though. You do need Inquisition, which is there for the +1 range. And we have Imp on the way for Blue, but he will be slower than NeoZz. A 1 converted Ratha is going to stop the castle for a moment, or slow down the vills at least. But we'll have a castle on the way, and NeoZz will have an advantage then in Treb production, but remember, no bombard cannon for the Bengalis. No bombard cannon for them. And he's immediately gonna get 3 castle Treb production. What the heck is this game? This map is crazy so far. Oh, petards! We have petards from Blue. He's ram pushing into NeoZz's base. NeoZz has to throw up a panic TC so he has room to garrison vills. Wait, there's a ram going for the Imp TC. I think he gets Imp. There's no way this goes down. It's 90%. But the Imp TC is being rammed. That finishes. All right, 99%, we're good. We're good to get Imp. Oh, there was a petard there too in the last second with 1000 HP. He's fine. He's fine to go Imp. Oh my gosh, only 3 on food though for NeoZz. He's making Rathas though, they don't cost food. He needs Trebs, they don't cost food. And the vills are going to go for a migration, an evacuation over to this wood line. NeoZz does feel dead, and he had such a good eco lead, but then conks happened. Not even Rathas can deal with conks. And they decided to buff conks. Is the people champion this game? Oh man, NeoZz had done such a great job with that sneak too. He is giving us a show. The YOLO forward castle when there wasn't military to stop it.
Presto.
Racer on the way. And that's what I saw a lot of in Red Bull. Players going conks, but their first castle had to be at home because there was so much military immediately in feudal. Now with the 3-ville start, with more different builds where you might not have as much feudal military, the Spanish player has more opportunity to risk the forward castle. And NeoZz here trying to get Trebs out. Where are the Trebs? He's got one down in the south. He's got one in the north. He will go for 2 castles and try to push in the north. Supremacy, Elite Conch on the way. Conscription on the way for blue. And also plate barding armor. Okay, Vil avoiding the castle fire. So Treb going for the castle, Elite Conquistador on the way for blue. And we'll have Vil's ready to build the castle. This feels hopeless. And the Ratha goes down. Let's see if NeoZz can make it work with the Treb push, though. Maybe there's a chance he wins a Treb fight. But Elite Conch is in. He's gonna clear 2 castles. There's no attempt to repair this. Hoarding's on the way here. But is clearing 2 castles enough? Oh, the Vils. The Vils who already migrated to the top of the Acropolis need to run even farther away. Here come the Conchs. And more Vils going down. I mean, it's amazing that NeoZz has maintained a good Vil advantage, or at least not fallen too far behind in Vils, but now it's time for a massacre. The missionaries blocking the Vils who can't run. Here come the Rathas, though. Elite Conch is in, though. Oh, what are these graphics for the Elite Conchs? What are they wearing on their heads? They have some new headwear for Elite Conchs.
See?
A bit more plumed there. Yeah, that must be all that AOC time they spent fighting the plumed archers. They're like, hey, we need more headwear. He has the madman needs archer armor. That he does. He has one of them at least. He's going for the conchs rather. I think he needs to kill the missionaries first. Otherwise, they heal the conchs. And now here come the supremacy Vils. Blue doing his best Yo impression, fighting the Trebs with the villagers, tanking some castle fire, and going straight for the Trebs, and the Vils will destroy 3 Trebs. Vils OP. And Blue is doing it. And thank you, Jiratsi, for the follow. Thank you very much. And another castle going down to the Vils. Castle... and it will fall to the villagers, not even the Treb that destroys it, and the Vils turn for another castle. The Conchs taking castle fire for a fight because they're healed by the missionaries. Aratha's going down. Oh, this game has been absolutely wild. And oh my gosh, we have a villager fight, but the Vils are fighting Spanish Vils. The Vils, TC dropping the gold. The TC's getting Trebbed though. But maybe NeoZz shouldn't reveal the location of his Treb to the villagers. The Vils are on a mission and they're going to snipe the Treb. Do they have sappers? They do have sappers. These are upgraded Vils now for blue. Best military in the game isn't the Fire Lancer, it's the Supremacy Vil. Maybe it is. Oh, the TC gets hit by the Treb. And the TC here for NeoZz. And there is a Mew GG for NeoZz. Oh my gosh. And blue does it, takes it 2-1, winning his home map. Stats on the way, we'll have military 155 to 153 for blue. How the heck was that an equal KD? But once the castles were dropped, NeoZz immediately struggled. You can see when he had the eco advantage for such a long time before the castles came in, and bam, then the conquistadors ruined his day. Oh, that was amazing. A very small GG, a tiny GG for the Mew. Hello, Noob Netrum. This is the chicken. Yes, this is the chicken cosplay. And yes, Hoplite, he did have sappers. Oh man, that was great. Again, apologies, I only have the Red Bull overlay. I need to work on the TTL overlay, and I'll do that once I also finish updating the maps. I have a list of small changes I want to make to the maps now after seeing some games on them. So, thank you also everyone for the follows today. As I said, we are climbing towards 15k followers. Originally, I wanted to cast 2 sets today, but Gabby and Husiel had to reschedule their set, so I will cast that when it happens. Let me look at the schedule now, Arbase. There's no suddenly scheduled sets for later today, are there? No, but tomorrow, starting at 15 GMT, we're going to have Cosmonaut versus Lamo. We'll have 1, 2, 3 sets tomorrow. Cosmonaut Lamo, More Stark, and Capach Lucho. And 5 GMT Kambito Yo on Wednesday. I don't think I'll get to that. 15 GMT on Wednesday, we have Husiel Gabby. And then Mono's Thunderbolt. So I also need to run to the DMV on Wednesday. So we'll see how much I get to cast. Hopefully I get to cast at least... Maybe I'll start early to cast the Rex of Kambito Yu Pudding, because that's midnight my time. I don't think I can cast that live. Chicken should have been 500 sub goals. Well, we hit 150, which is a lot for us. The DMV, yes. So we'll just look at the schedule real quick. Let's see. Kingstone and Turs are playing something, but that's in 4 hours. I've not seen the Battle of Scandinavia yet, but go check out Turs if he streams. We also have Cosmonaut Lamo and Morris Stark tomorrow. We will have Morris Stark and Goku Antagonist. So a couple of Brazil sets. Any more sets today? Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, as I said, Husiel Gabby was going to be today, but that is rescheduled. And I have a few map updates I will try to get done tonight. And where is Wikipedia says $10 per map win, but the list is calculated at 40. All right. So, thank you all for tuning in. I'll hopefully have map updates tomorrow and overlay updates throughout the week as we get ready for TTL. What's the DMV? The DMV is... I assume there are equivalents in other countries, but the DMV is an American nightmare. It is called the Department of Motor Vehicles. It's whenever you need to get a new driver's license, or you have to get new license plates for your car, or do any type of vehicle registration, or get a vehicle inspection, you have to go there, and you have to wait in line. And the other week, I went to, there is a DMV that's close to me that doesn't do the thing I need it to do, so I have to go to a DMV that's farther away. It's the Secretary of State's office here in Michigan. Wait, you don't have your own DMVs in Michigan, really? But yeah, it is a place where you wait in line for a long time. But I do have an appointment for this one, so hopefully I just run in. I hope it's in and out really quickly. But yeah. So anyway, thank you all for watching. The Secretary of State does all DMV functions. Interesting. That's it for today, though. I hope you enjoyed the chicken cosplay. I don't even have sound on, so when I say hello ducks, you won't hear it. I'll write it in the chat. Can everyone in the chat write hello ducks? Everyone writes hello. Should I wear the chicken cosplay to the DMV? I think that would be entertaining. I don't think I could get my driver's license photo in that. But anyway, also thank you everyone. Thank you Hypno for the sub. And we have another sub goal. I guess I'll keep the sub goals up through their last chance qualifier. And also, thank you all for the follows, because we are very, very close to 15k followers, and hopefully we hit that, if not by the end of the month, then next month. So let me see who is streaming AoE2 on Twitch, and we'll send them a raid, and we're going to do more streaming tomorrow. And let's see who is online, and it looks like Daniela's online, so we will raid her. So thank you all for watching. We'll end on YouTube. Thank you all here in the YouTube chat. Hello, ducks. Hi, ducks. Even YouTube is saying hi to ducks. No, we're not doing LEL. Good job casting. Londinium qualifier was incredibly enjoyable. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we'll end things on YouTube and raid Daniela on Twitch. So I will see you all tomorrow. And I will hopefully see you on Wednesday. And you guys can give me on Wednesday some moral support before I run to the DMV. So I'll see you all later.